Hello there, Scorpio. Michele Bee here, and I love to help you raise your vibration in order to bring in love, abundance, and soul purpose. Better versions of all of that, or whatever. Anyway, every once in a while, I like to bring you tarot readings based on astrological events that are happening. And it's mid November. It's time for a reading. Let's see what kind of information I have for you. It has been your birthday. You're still going to be your birthday for another week here at the time of this reading. And so you're like in your first house right now. And so there's a lot of big changes. I think that every birthday season marks a dramatic change for Scorpio, because Scorpio is a sign of dramatic shifts, um, big endings. It's the it's the stubbornness of death. I've decided that I'm going to end this now. And what I love, excuse my itchy nose, what I love about Scorpio is that they have no problem making the sacrifices that need to be made in order to bring in rebirth of something new when it needs to happen. And yeah, Cancer and Scorpio are two of my very favorite signs. I'm neither. I'm neither of those. But from where I see, I'm like, okay, this is what I love about death energy, is that we can't have a rebirth without death. We can't have new changes without releasing something from before. And that's a hard job to take. Scorpio, you're up for it. So thank you, Scorpio, for bringing in the energy of change, of releasing the old nonsense. And you've been doing it very much so in your own life. All right. So I did create an affirmation for you for this reading. There you are. Boop, boop, boop. And it is, I easily reinvent myself when I am ready for change. You're a fixed sign, so it's not very often that you are ready for change, but when you decide to change something, it's done. It's done, and you will stubbornly stick to what it is that you want to bring in. And you will ruthlessly get rid of what it is that doesn't belong anymore. Love it. I absolutely love it. So our overview cards for these next couple of weeks, we got the Hanged Man. Change is happening. You have made the decision. Okay. So we got the Empress. That's the creation of the new. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. It's like, you're like, I don't care about the rules. I'm going around the rules. The rules don't matter to me. I love it. That energy is coming up again in your abundance category when I read over that, with the King of Swords just being like, I don't need rules. I don't care about rules. So you're like, there's the way things are supposed to be done. And then there is the easiest way. And you're going to go with the easiest because you're water. You go where it needs to go. The water goes where it needs to go and gets things taken care of. You don't care about pleasing the hierarchy in the process of making the changes that need to happen. You're just doing it. And maybe you're pissing some people off, because here's some pissing people off energy. You're like, I don't even care about making all of you happy. I'm just going to do what needs to be done in order to bring in this new phase of creation into my life. This new chapter of who I need to become. I want to embrace the Empress energy, and I will get rid of everything that stands in my way. And for your affirmation for that set of cards, just for clarification, I'm prepared to face any challenge. Everything I need is within me. This is something that you know about yourself. It has taken a while for you to make the choice to make these changes that needed to be made. It took you a while to get to that point. Once you knew that you were capable of making changes, then you were like, I'm going to do it now. And there's one conflict that's coming up, though, and that is that full moon that's happening on Friday, November 19th. And in the immediate aftermath, it's shining a light. The full moon is shining a light on Taurus energy. And that is, you're on the axis with Taurus. Taurus is your opposite. And that is this nice, sweet idealism. Taurus is not afraid of hard work as long as it's for something that's good for them, right? And the Taurus energy is like, well, why don't we just play around a little bit? And you're like, no, I gotta be serious. I mean it. I've been working up to this point and I'm seriously gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I've got these changes to make. I got this plan and I'm gonna stick to it. And that Taurus energy is like, but why don't we just have a little bit of fun? Why don't we just have a little bit of sensuality? Let's look at your love messages and let's see how that Taurus energy is affecting it. Right in the middle of the stack was this Page of Pentacles. It's the Taurus energy. It's that full moon right there shining in on you and being like, but what makes you feel good? You're like, I'm being a stoic right now. I'm going to get the work done that needs to be done. I've got work to do. And the moon's like, but don't you want to fool around a little bit? Don't you want to soak in the bathtub?
No.
Don't you want to... I'm not talking to you. I have a little boy in the room with me. Don't you want to, go for a nice leisurely walk and not think about everything you have to do right now? And you're like, But all the influences around you with the holiday is like, but just put all that work and all that worry aside and just enjoy the luxury for just a little bit. I think it's a good idea. Here's why. So I did have this Queen of Wands who is like, she's excited for the socializing. She's excited for the fun. She's excited to enjoy herself. And she's reminding you that there is a time and place for everything. All the time that you've been putting in about 3 weeks so far toward getting rid of the things that aren't serving you anymore and instead focusing on the changes that you want to make in your life, you've been putting so much energy into it because it's the right time to do it. But there is a time for play. And if you work when it's time to play, you're going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to wear yourself out so that when it is time to work again, you won't have any energy. So you're being invited during this holiday time to get that rest and rejuvenation, the socializing, the fun, the pleasure that needs to happen. Okay? That's your love message. So if you're not already in a relationship, whether you're excited to be in one or not, I feel like there's something coming in. There's some kind of fun coming in, some kind of enjoyment coming in. And at first you're going to be like, no, I got work to do. I'm busy. And like, this isn't part of my destiny. The Chariot's like, this is my destiny. And I pulled up this card and then I was like, please clarify. And I pulled it up again. Okay. So it's like, no, pleasure is also your destiny. Fun is also your destiny. Relationship with other is also your destiny. Contribution to your relationship is also your destiny. I got a little download question. I'm like hearing your comments already. What if I'm in a relationship with someone who is behaving as like this, who is acting like they don't have time for a relationship, or that vulnerability is something that they don't want to be, right? Then forget it. Just go have fun without them, okay? It is when it's time to play, it's time to play, and when it's time to work, it's time to work. The Queen of Wands is reminding you there is a time for everything. Ride the energy, the overarching energy as it's happening. Okay? So if it's the time to work, ride that time. If it's time to play, ride that time. And the beginning of Sagittarius season on the 22nd and moving through the holidays is the time to enjoy the play. It's time to enjoy the idealism of enjoying all things sensual. Ride that time because that is your destiny as well. Okay? You are meant to be a person that gets things accomplished and a person that has fun and enjoys life. Let's go into your abundance messages. And this is where my nose has just been itching like crazy. It's the magic, I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, so right in the middle, I had that King of Swords, but he was in the reverse. And like I said, I feel like you've been building up for a while to getting to the point where you're just like, I don't care about the rules. I'm going to take care of the things that need to be done. So that's your energy. You held back for a long time, and now you're just like, no holds barred. Once Mercury went direct at the beginning of your birthday season, you were like, I'm just going to go. And so I feel like you're making some sacrifices in the realm of your abundance and prosperity because you want the bigger prize later. You're sacrificing a little bit now to move towards something bigger in the future. And I really do love that you are willing to do that. You're willing to cut ties so that you can build new ties better somewhere else. So in your future, you do have the sun. You do have play. You do have enjoyment. You do have success coming in your future, but it does depend on ruthlessly cutting and ending things that aren't working for you anymore. And that's why we've got that Eight of Cups energy there. It's like you're going into the energy, the atmosphere of something unknown, a place where you've never been before, in hopes that you will find something that you're missing. And you're going to come back. You're going to come back to that place of prosperity. Once you have found that thing that you're missing, once you have made those connections that you're missing. So we got the death energy of Scorpio season coming in, cutting those ties, making those sacrifices. We got the Lovers energy, so many major arcana in this reading so far. So we got the Lovers energy. It's like making choices and being willing to bear the consequences of the choices that you're making. And I feel like you are fully informed and aware of what it is that you're doing. Other people might be second guessing you and being like, are you sure you want to do that when it comes to your abundance? Are you sure you want to take this risk? Are you sure you want to bear the consequences of worst case scenario? And you're like, bring it on. You're ready, right? You've thought about this. You put the energy into it. You're on the right track toward doing the work to make it happen. Just don't forget to enjoy life while you're in the process. The Hermit is over. It's like you're on the outside looking in at what's going on, but you've got the wisdom of being a person that already did that research, that already know what they're doing. You've thought about all the tangents. You've thought about all the risks. And you've made decisions about what you would do in the worst case scenario. You're a trailblazer. Both of these guys are trailblazers. Other people are watching you and they're like, I don't know what Scorpio's doing, but it looks pretty fucking awesome. So remember that it's lonely when you're a trailblazer. It's a lonely job, but somebody's got to do it, right? You're showing other people what's possible. And that is the job of a spiritual leader. You're creating your own spiritual movement. I love you so much, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being with me for this reading. I look forward to bringing you some more messages at the beginning of December. In the meantime, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do it. Give the video a thumbs up if you loved it. And in the description box below, there is a link to my Instagram. So you can follow me over there. And I will see you soon. Love you, Scorpio.